I'm a 24-year-old man. I went to the theater by myself to see this movie. Not gonna lie, I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Paddington 2 was directed by Paul King and stars Ben Whishaw, Hugh Grant, Hugh Bonneville, and Sally Hawkins. What follows is a movie that neither of us expected at all.
So I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. This movie was adorable. This is one of the most unexpectedly enjoyable movies I've ever seen. Now, this is a kid's movie, if you haven't already guessed. So the story isn't anything incredibly in-depth. It's not going to make you think afterwards. But I was really surprised at how invested I was in this adorable little CGI bear. Even though he was fake and he wasn't even really in any of the actual takes, it felt like he was a real part of the movie. Now, one thing that I really appreciated about this movie is the fact that it goes in directions that you really don't see coming. It's gutsy enough to make moves and kind of take risks to an extent. This is the type of movie that really anybody of any age can really enjoy. Again, like I said in the opening, I'm 24 years old. I went to go see this movie alone, and I'm not ashamed to say that I really, really enjoyed this movie. So the acting here, absolutely fantastic. The writing here, again, fantastic. This was a movie that Walter and I actually had to think, what were the real cons of this movie?
So as Chris mentioned, we both really had to dig to find a negative for this movie. And this is kind of a nitpick, but we felt like the scenes without Paddington were not quite as entertaining as the scenes with him in it. These scenes definitely still have great moments, but we just found that they weren't quite as entertaining as the ones with Paddington involved. Like I said though, that is definitely a nitpick and should absolutely not keep you away from this movie.
Paddington 2 is one of the most surprisingly enjoyable movies I've seen in years. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
We're in agreement here. In a million years, I never thought that I would be saying this about Paddington 2, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 as well.